Good? You're good. I'm good?
Good.
Okay.
Good. Kylie Jenner style. You want this lifestyle?
I do.
All about the glam. Get into it.
I want that wig though.
This is my real hair.
Are those your lashes too?
Yeah.
Yeah,
all
Dad.
natural. This is a day look.
Hi guys, I am so pumped because I have this fabulous redhead here with me, and this is Grace Papaya.
Hello world.
In the flesh. So a little background here. Why is Grace here? What's happening? I know she's beautiful to look at, but there's a purpose beyond that, I promise. As you guys know, I love to get my makeup done and learn more tips and tricks and figure out how to incorporate it into my own routine. And that's why I had Grace do my makeup on Halloween, because we all know that the drags really invented this skill on makeup regimens.
Yes, ma'am.
Before the Tyras, before the Kims, before all the contour queens, the drag queens existed. Grace did my makeup on Halloween and I was blown away. It was spooky, but spooky fab,
yes.
Actually. It was spooky fab. She did an amazing job. So I thought, why not bring her onto my own channel to share with you guys some awesome, fun, amazing tips. So let's do it.
Let's get into it.
Let's do it. First and foremost, something that we already did was prepping my skin with a primer. But Grace taught me something that some of you guys may know, but I never have tried, is a little DIY beauty hack version of a primer that I thought was kind of cray. Okay, so it's actually using Monistat. Monistat. Grace, what is Monistat actually used for?
So this is a chafing cream. It's for between your legs on a hot day. Prevent chafing, but also great to slather on the face.
Yeah.
Primer, ready to go.
Because it has the same ingredient that primers have, which is what?
Dimethicone.
Dimethicone, exactly. So it works the same way. So if you guys happen to have Monistat at home, I mean, he did this on me on Halloween. It did the trick.
Yeah, and it's half the price.
Good.
She gotta save her pennies.
She does. Now that I have my face nice and primed, it's time to beat that face down, aka contouring.
Yeah, beat your mug.
For me, I usually focus on a day-to-day contour, so it's more of a subtle, everyday kind of thing. But if you're going on a night on the town and really want to do a full face, Grace knows how to do it better than anyone. So I want you to just do it on me and show everyone.
Let's do it.
Your skills. So one thing to keep in mind that Grace and myself do is a wet contour paired with a dry contour. So what that means is starting with a creamy product to kind of put on the face and then kind of setting it with a dry powdery product.
Exactly.
So you use a brand that I have never ever tried, which I love discovering new brands, and so Grace taught me a new one that is epic. I feel like you're literally painting my face.
Yeah, so this is a Krylon TV paint stick in NG1.
So good.
And it's super pigmented, really high coverage, very, very creamy. Can you use this brush?
Yeah, duh.
Okay. Down the rabbit hole. Do this. Start on a cheekbone, really accentuating that.
Grace knows how to do a good nose contour.
Gorgeous. We're gonna move on to highlight. This is Mayron Clown White. Then I just take my ring finger and just dab it. And again, like, you don't want to do this for your everyday. This
Definitely
is not that.
No. But yeah, like whenever I see, you know, red carpet glam and like, yeah, the Instagram stars.
Yeah.
They have this glow.
Like this.
Duh, I mean, you're an Instagram star. Oh, hey. Essentially, literally just applying it the same places that you would do your highlighter. I feel like the biggest difference between this and how I would do my makeup on a normal basis is that it is a bright white. But Grace knows how to blend, and when you're trying to do that really, really prominent contoured face, doing a more prominent white highlight really helps define your face and accentuate the parts you want versus the parts you really want to kind of sink in.
Exactly. And it blends in with your foundation that you have already.
Right.
And so it kind of, it mixes
it all
together
works
to do like a nice, beautiful look.
Yes. I forgot to mention Grace is a control freak, so when she starts doing my makeup, she keeps going.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Champagne break.
Cheers.
So you guys can see that right now you're thinking,
looks insane.
You look crazy, and I agree, I do, but it's all a part of the process. This is legit layer 1.
Yeah.
There's layers happening here, people. Full face contour takes some time.
We're building. We're building.
Now we are defining my nose a little bit more.
Yes, we are using the clown white again.
Okay.
And really, we're gonna paint on this little tiny, bridge of your nose and make it look very petite.
Exactly. So the whole idea being that on the sides, we applied the darker shade, and then by putting that light one right down the middle, the reflection between the light and dark shades makes your nose look really nice and like a nice little button, just like yours.
And the same with it strobing, like makes those features pop. That white underneath all the powders just highlights and makes you kind of have that glowy Kim K red carpet moment.
Exactly. Next up is a technique called baking. This is something that the drag queens have been doing for
40 years.
40 years. Baking in like simple terms is really using a high amount of powder to set the cream foundations and liquids you have on your face, and it's essentially baking them to kind of set on there.
Yeah, so into the oven we go.
Into the oven we go.
I like to use this Pretty in Pink powder by Ben Nye.
Next part of baking is that you really gotta let it essentially bake on your face. So you let it sit there for like 2 to 3 minutes, essentially. Couple minutes, let it soak in and set in there. So we have 2 minutes to bake our face. Like, what are we gonna do? I mean,
what aren't we going to do?
We're obviously selfieing, right?
Done.
Selfieing, okay.
It's done.
Back to the tutorial, people. Now on to the dry contour part, which is just a way to further kind of set the face after doing the baking. And what I love is that Grace is just like myself and loves a good beauty hack.
Yes, ma'am.
We gotta save that money for this like wig and everything else going on.
I told you, it's my hair.
Oh, sorry, I forgot, right. It's her hair. And so she uses the Becca brown eyeshadow palette that I actually love and use all the time on my eyes myself, and uses it to do the dry contour.
Exactly.
Look at it, it's like so good. I use this on my eyes, but I love that now I'm gonna start using it for my contouring. So we're gonna use this like fan brush situation and kind of just like dust it on, right? We don't want it to be like too intense. It's all about setting what we already have on our face.
My philosophy is always, we can always brush more away. So let's just get some on there, see how it looks, and then we can adjust.
So funny, I have the exact opposite philosophy. I start with little and build up. Everyone's different.
And I really like to just blend this with the kind of powder brush. We don't want it to be too crazy.
It's literally coming together. One thing I noticed when Grace was blending, she was also rubbing away the baking that we were doing earlier, which is really important in the whole process. It's like blend and brush.
Yeah, we're just brushing away that extra powder we put on the face while we put on the dry contour.
You're such a diva, Grace.
Obviously.
Next up is a tip on making your lips look more full, plump, and voluptuous, just like Grace is over here. Put it right here, put a little bit of the darker shade right here on your chin, and that reflection between the lighter and darker shades right here also adds to that impact of making your lips look a little more pouty.
And then
look at that, it's like literally like a half moon. Nothing crazy. We all have the issue of eyeshadow fallout, right? Like, it is the worst thing in the world. And Grace did this trick on me on Halloween, which was awesome, and it really helped me kind of combat that issue. All it was taking a loose white powder and kind of like piling it on underneath your eyes, just like Grace did on me when we were baking that face, but like really piling it on there. And so when the eyeshadow falls, it falls on that shadow, and you're gonna be blown away. Like, she literally just swipes it away, and it swipes off the fallout also.
No more raccoon eyes.
No more raccoon eyes, thank God. Thank God. Now that Grace has made me look absolutely cray-cray, we're actually gonna take the exact same Becca brown eye palette that's actually meant for your eyes and do a subtle eye look. Another thing I do, I don't know if you do this, is like instead of swiping it across, which helps that like fallout come down, I pat it on.
Yes, like dab it.
Yeah, dab, 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 dab. All right, eye makeup now intact, so dusting away.
Yep, brush it off.
Brush it off. Great, so then I just added a pop of color to my cheeks and on my lips, and I am good to go.
Gorgeous.
I feel so fabulous, and you can tell that it's really not like that much. I feel like we kind of just took the tips from a drag queen as fabulous as Grace and applied it to our normal makeup routine and kind of oomphed up my normal contour, but I love it. I feel like it looks like We actually need to go out.
We do. Let's
We
get out of
do.
here.
Let's do it. Okay, it's time for us to go out and celebrate. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let us know what you think in the comments below. And if you want to see more videos with Grace, she has lots more to share with us all in her fabulous wisdom. Let us know. We want to hear, and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.